And doing that is a recipe for disaster, because by doing that, you spook the market instead of hooking the market. Now, the way to hook the market when you discover the interest and the opportunity is that you want to, even when you're working on your book, you want to have conversations with the marketplace and serve. By doing that, you're hooking them and you're causing them to become addicted to your content, and addicted to your solutions, and addicted to your doctrines, addicted to your principles. That way, when you show up with the finished product, it's a no-brainer. They're going to buy from you. They're going to get your book, consume those books, devour those books, and ask for more. They're going to ask for ways that they can invest with you on a higher level. They're going to ask for ways that they can work with you on a deeper level. They're going to ask for ways that they can communicate with you in a more intimate level. And that's where you begin to ask. Have you ever wondered, what does it take to write a book that prints you money? What does it take to write a book that prints you millions, that makes you millions? Have you ever wondered, how can you write a book that makes you a key person of influence? Well, in today's conversation, I'm going to show you exactly how to write like a boss. And by reason of that, you're going to learn how to write a book that makes you millions of dollars using Myron Golden's playbook. Now, if you're listening to me and you've not heard about the man named Myron Golden, then I'm going to give you a brief introduction to his personality. Myron Golden is the author of the book titled Boss Moves, this book here. He authored Boss Moves, and the word boss is actually an acronym for Business Optimization Success Systems. And when you read this book and you master the moves that Myron Golden teaches, you become a boss, which also stands for Business Optimization Success Strategist. And so when I'm talking about how to write like a boss, I'm actually talking about how to write like a business optimization success strategist. Now, why is this so important, and why should you care about writing like a boss? Writing like a boss means you're writing with the end in mind, you're writing with the goal in mind, you're writing from the marketplace and not for the marketplace. Most aspiring authors and already published authors struggle to make any money from their work because they write their book for the marketplace and not from the marketplace. And this is something that Myron Golden teaches very often. He teaches entrepreneurs how to think from the marketplace and not just think for the marketplace. And what's the difference between thinking from the marketplace and not thinking for the marketplace? Well, when you're thinking for the marketplace, you're thinking, well, I want to write a book so that I can make X amount of money. But when you're thinking from the marketplace, you're thinking, what can I do to help the market solve this gripping problem? What can I do to respond to the cry of the people that belong to this market that are having this very painful problem that needs to be solved? Now, there's a big difference between the two of them, and I'll tell you what the difference is. When you're thinking for the marketplace, you're going to write a book based on your story, or based on your degree, or based on your certificate, or based on what you feel like writing, and then you're going to show up in the marketplace telling the marketplace, hey, I made this for you, I wrote this book for you. And because the people in the market, they know the problems they have, the moment you show up claiming that you wrote something for them, when in actual fact you wrote it for yourself and you claim to write it for them, you're going to end up with a book that spooks the market instead of a book that hooks the market. The market is that smart that when they figure out that you wrote a book claiming it to be for the marketplace, when all you put together is what you feel like writing without caring about what they feel like reading, what they feel like buying, what they feel like learning about, what they feel like hearing about, what they feel like knowing about, that is the kiss of death. And you don't want to find yourself in that predicament as an aspiring author or as an already published author. And that's why it's so important to write like a boss. Now, just in case you're wondering what the Boss Moves are, or you'll be interested in getting a copy of the Boss Moves book, I'm going to drop the link for you in the description below, and with that link you'll be able to get a copy of that book. Now, back to what we are saying. Now, what are the 4 moves that you want to be conscious of if you want to actually write like a boss? The first move is the lead generation move. Myron Golden teaches that every business can only thrive on their ability to generate leads. So the more you are able to magnet people who are actually interested in what you want to sell, because you actually created a product by thinking from the marketplace, the more chances your business, the more chances your brand, the more chances your product, the more chances your book has to succeed. One big problem most authors have is that they write a book for nobody. They don't have any leads and they don't have any prospects that they're writing a book for. Now, who is a lead? A lead is someone that has raised his hand up to say yes to what you have to offer, what you have to say, or what you have to serve to the marketplace. Now, when a lead becomes a lead through your lead generation, the next thing that you want to do is lead conversion. And that brings me to the next move. The next move that makes you a boss is lead conversion. And what does lead conversion mean? Lead conversion means to convert a lead into a client or into a customer. That means to make that lead buy something from you. When you generate a lead, most times you're still at the level of giving out free stuff, giving out free content, giving out value that can help your prospect actually solve a painful problem. But the moment you make them a lead by giving them free stuff or giving them an ethical bribe, the next thing that you want to do if you want to actually become profitable as an author is to convert those leads. And to convert leads, you want to present them an offer that is irresistible, an offer that is too good they cannot say no. In fact, they feel stupid if they say no. And to produce that offer, you want to become a person that can deliver on the promises of that offer, and you want to demonstrate before those leads that you are a leader. The problem with many aspiring authors and already published authors is that they are trying to lead where they will not go. And so instead of becoming a leader of leads, they have found themselves becoming needers of leads. And no lead wants to follow a needer. They only want to follow a leader. And so you have to become a leader and demonstrate that you're the leader that they have been searching for to take them to the destination that they have always desired and always wanted to go, by showing up in the marketplace with solutions that you have already obsessed about by thinking from the marketplace. And I'm going to dive deeper into how to make all of this happen for you in the next few minutes. So stick with me and don't go nowhere. Now that brings us to the third move that bosses make when they write books. The third move is customer ascension. After you've converted your leads into a client or into a customer, you want to ascend them. You want to give them something of more value, something of premium value that will increase the experience for them and that will help them confirm the sense of worth that they have placed on themselves, and that will also immerse them in the activity and cause them to pay more attention to the process that will deliver the results that they are desiring to have. One problem many clients and many leads have is that they are not invested in the process to get to the destination they want to get to. And if you do not make them pay attention, most times you find yourself carrying them on your back and dragging them everywhere and still not be able to deliver results. But when you ascend your customer into premium value customers by giving them the opportunity to invest with you on a higher level, it gives them a belief that is bigger than anything else that you can give them. And that belief will push them and move them and mobilize them into action, into massive action that will help them get massive results. And the results that they are going to get while investing at a higher level is going to further point back to you and project you as a force to be reckoned with in your industry. Now that brings me to the next move, and the next move is customer retention. And this is where you want to have a continuity program or a continuity offer or a community where people have the opportunity to commune with you month after month after month, and they subscribe to what you offer, and they have become your army. They have become a part of your army. They are going to be ready to go to war for you, in quote. Now, these are the four moves that makes you a boss, a business optimization success strategist. Now, that was just by the way. Now, why is this important for you? There are four reasons why it is important to write like a boss. The first reason is this: it will help you make massive money. Myron Golden wrote this book by just having a 2-hour roundtable conversation with some high-level entrepreneurs, and he recorded that conversation and went ahead to turn that conversation into a transcript, and took the transcript, turned it into a manuscript, and after working on the manuscript, this book was born. Right now, on the front end, Myron Golden earns 5 to 6 figures monthly from the sales of this book, and on the back end he earns hundreds of thousands of dollars to millions of dollars monthly by the things that he has put down in this book. Now, what does that tell you? That tells you that when you write your book the right way, when you write your book using the framework that I'm already talking to you about in this conversation, the chances of making massive money, massive millions, are significantly increased. And so you don't want to just write a book in a vacuum. You don't want to just write a book because you want to tell your story. You don't want to just write a book for the sake of writing, but you want to write your book like a boss so that you're able to optimize your sales, optimize the cash flow, and optimize the amount of money you make from that book. Now, the next reason why you should write like a boss is that it helps you magnet multitudes. Myron Golden has been able to magnet lots and lots of people across the world and around the world because he followed this strategy and he followed this formula to publish his book and write a book like a boss. Because of this, he magnets multitudes on his YouTube channel, and he has become a key person of influence where he's able to influence people and chart a course for them with the use of the essence, principles, strategies, and tactics that he teaches. Another reason why you should write like a boss is that it helps you gain mastery of your message. It helps you master your message. Many people, many authors are broke because after they publish their book, they go to sleep and they expect their books to sell or fly off the shelf, or they expect the Amazon algorithm, the Amazon KDP algorithm to sell their books for them. But that is the recipe for disaster. And in addition to that, they are unable to master their message because all they've done is write a book in a vacuum because they feel like writing it, and they have failed to do the most important thing, which is to engage with the marketplace and to speak to the marketplace, to commune with the marketplace, communicate with the marketplace, and get feedback from them and know how to tweak and tune their messaging so that it resonates more with the marketplace. And so by writing like a boss, using the framework that I'm going to show you in the next few minutes, it helps you to master the message that your market needs and wants to hear. Another reason why you want to write like a boss is that it helps you mobilize masses. It helps you mobilize multitudes of people and galvanize them towards a common goal and for a common cause with a conviction and with a purpose. And this is something Myron Golden has done so well, and that's why his YouTube channel is blowing up every other day. So if you want to replicate the kind of results that Myron Golden has been able to command with his books, you want to write like a boss. You want to take this playbook that I'm sharing with you and you want to follow it to the letter. Now that begs the question, how can I write like a boss? How can you write like a boss? I'm going to share with you 4 simple steps that anyone, anywhere can implement and take in order to write like a boss, and by implication write a book that makes them millions of dollars. Now the first thing you want to do in order to write like a boss or write a book that magnets massive money to you is that you want to identify interest. And what do I mean when I say identify interest? You want to identify the problems people are going through, the pain people are going through, that they are looking for ways to solve. They are interested in paying money to solve, and one way to do that is through market research. You want to figure out things that people are already spending their money to try to solve, and they are not getting the optimum satisfaction when they spend money trying to solve this problem, or they want a faster approach to solving this problem. Now, after identifying the interest in the marketplace, the next thing you want to do is to observe opportunities. It's not just enough to identify interest. It's not just enough to identify pain. You want to observe opportunities. And what do I mean by opportunities? In the context of this conversation, an opportunity is a place where you can bring your passion and your proficiency in alignment to solve that problem that you have discovered has great interest in the marketplace. The moment you're able to do that, then you're on the right track. After doing that, the third step that you want to take is to create content. I didn't say just go write your book. I said create content. You want to start speaking to these problems that you have identified and that you've developed some proficiency for solving, and you also have some passion in solving that problem. You want to start creating content that proves to people who have interest in getting that problem you're trying to solved, proves to them that you can solve it. And there's something Frank Kern said. He said, you have to prove to people that you can help them by actually helping them. What most aspiring authors do is that they run into the process of writing their book and they forget about the market they are trying to serve. So they fail to serve the marketplace. By creating that kind of content, you're not leaving the marketplace hanging. The problem most aspiring authors have is that they discover an interest, they discover an opportunity, and then they ignore the market, they run into the lab and they create a product and they come back to the market and they try to sell. And doing that is a recipe for disaster, because by doing that, you spook the market instead of hooking the market. Now, the way to hook the market when you discover the interest and the opportunity is that you want to create content. Even when you're working on your book, you want to have conversations with the marketplace and serve. By doing that, you're hooking them and you're causing them to become addicted to your content, and addicted to your solutions, and addicted to your doctrines, addicted to your principles. That way, when you show up with the finished product, it's a no-brainer. They're going to buy from you. They're going to rush your book. They're going to get your book, consume those books, devour those books, and ask for more. They're going to ask for ways that they can invest with you on a higher level. They're going to ask for ways that they can work with you on a deeper level. They're going to ask for ways that they can communicate with you in a more intimate level. And that's where you begin to ascend them with the boss moves that I spoke about. You begin to take them in that journey from where they are to where they want to be, with that deep and intimate interaction, with that seasoned communication, and with your well-articulated content. When you do that, selling becomes automatic. And that brings me to the last step. You begin to sell strategically. You are no longer looking for who to sell to, because you have made yourself findable. As Myron often says, you're making yourself findable so that people who already want to buy what you already want to sell find it easy to find you when they want to get a problem solved. Now, that brings me to the end of today's conversation. There's so much more to say, but I like to keep this conversation short. And before I let you go, I'll do a recap on the 4 steps that can help you write like a boss and make millions from your book idea using Myron Golden's playbook. The first step is to identify interest. The second step is to observe opportunities. The third step is to create captivating content. And the fourth step is to sell strategically. I'm going to leave it there for now. If you need some help in writing your book, publishing your book, marketing your book, selling or scaling your book, hit the link below this video. I have a free training that you're going to love. And if you haven't done it already, I encourage you to subscribe to this channel, subscribe to my podcast, drop a comment and tell me what stood out for you in today's conversation, or drop a question that you would like to get some more clarity on. I'm going to draw the curtain on this note. Thank you so much for listening. Have a good one and see you on my next episode. Bye-bye.